there you guys, this is going to be your weekend tarot insight reading. So I've already shuffled the cards. I had to restream this because it froze on me. So all the cards are already shuffled and pulled out. I usually shuffle in front of the camera, but it crashed, so I'm just recording. So I'm going to start the reading, you guys. This is general energies for the collective as a whole for the weekend starting Friday, March the 23rd through Sunday, March the 25th, 2018. Okay, so I'm not sure if it's re-recorded or if it's picking up where I left off. So I got cut off again. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Anyway, so I'm live streaming. This is your daily or your weekend tarot guidance reading for March 23rd through the 25th, 2018. General energy collective reading. So it's not going to resonate with each and every one of you. Keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. The overall energy is the Three of Cups. Okay. So the Three of Cups is here. This, I feel like, overall energy could be social energy, social wise. I feel like this might be in relations to I'm getting social networking right next to the World card. I am getting something about long distance communication with the Six of Swords. The High Priestess and the Nine of Cups are here as well. So I feel like with the Three of Cups as the overall energy, this definitely is about social, or could be communicating collectively or communicating with a group of people, or some sort of I'm hearing the word interconnected. I don't know what that means in this situation or what it might resonate with someone, but I'm hearing something that some people are the people that you are interacting with, there's something about interconnectedness. These could be people who are far distance to you, or someone that you might not know personally but know through someone else. That's the energy I'm hearing. With the Six of Swords as the challenge card, this could definitely be something in relation to communication. Maybe there's a block with communication. Some of you guys could be, it's Mercury retrograde, so that makes sense. Could be having a little bit of difficulty with communication, receiving something of importance. If it's not importance, then maybe you're just having a little bit of a hard time with social media, hence YouTube right now. So I feel like it's something about groups of people, so definitely social media. If you guys plan to socialize this weekend, meet new people, network with people, there may be some, communication that really doesn't move in the way, in the direction that maybe you would like it to or expect it to. This is not a weekend for sure. I'm just getting not really the best weekend for networking for business, or maybe even socializing. It might not be the best. I'm just getting the weekend. With the Mercury retrograde, that's normal to have miscommunications. Maybe you guys are planning to go somewhere, but some sort of way, maybe the travel aspect, and that's another thing about Mercury retrograde is the travel. If you guys don't have everything already set up, your plans could potentially fall through, or just maybe some minor bumps here and there. Doesn't mean that it's not going to play out. It could just be some delays with that. With the World card as your approach to the situation, I feel like with the World card, kind of like don't take it too personally. Like, it's not centered. Like, don't become self-centered. If in fact there is, travel mishaps, communication mishaps, social mishaps, it's kind of, just a part of the planetary alignments, especially with things that we haven't taken care of, such as, say for instance, that your car needed an oil change or something like that before you left the house, or before you went to travel on the road or something. Say you're going on a road trip, you knew that beforehand, so this shouldn't surprise you. You just started sending out invitations now when you knew last Monday that you should have sent them out. You know, things like that. But take it for this is something that's this isn't a planetary thing. This has nothing to do with me personally. Kind of take the aspect of you out of it, I feel what Spirit is saying. It's almost like Spirit is saying you're not the only person in the world that might be dealing with, the will of the universe, how things just flow naturally. So that's what I'm getting with that. The High Priestess is you are going to have to use your discernment. I feel like Spirit's telling you to focus on your gut, because usually Mercury retrograde is good to help us get on the right track. So say if you know right now that your phone is a piece of crap and it's not working, the screen is cracked, and you can't really use it that much, but you're still working around it because maybe you don't feel like buying another phone. It's not necessarily that you can't, or you haven't even looked into the fact that you probably could get a new phone. Or say, like I said with the invitation, say you have a baby shower or something and you haven't started the planning process yet and you're procrastinating on it. It's like Spirit gives us a heads up. I always use this as an example, like every Mercury retrograde, because I had like the same phone. I don't anymore because obviously I had to get rid of it. But I had the same iPhone for like forever, for years. And it went through the first mishap was the headphone jack got stuck in my headphone hole, whatever. That got stuck. So I always had to talk with my speakerphone for I don't know how long. That's ghetto, but I had to use that for a long time. And then finally I was like, you know what, I'm have to get me a new iPhone because my battery went out and I couldn't replace it. So I had to get a whole new everything. So I got that. And then I got this stupid refurbished, I think it's what it's called, phone or whatever. And then the battery was messed up with that. So I had to get a new battery. Every I can't really recall that far back as far as like when I first jacked up my phone, but every Mercury retrograde that I could keep up with, my phone was always jacked up. I dropped it at a restaurant. I had it in my hand. I don't know how I fumbled it like that, but it fell flat on its ass on the concrete. Screen was fucked up. Excuse my language, gone. And that was during a Mercury retrograde. So I knew that I needed a new phone, but I was lollygagging on it. So that's an example. So you know what needs to be done. It might be minor things like invitations. That's not really minor, but say your phone, or it could also be, checking plane tickets and things like that. If you feel like, okay, I got to double check my bags, but you don't, and you just dip out the house, then when you're at the airport, you're like, oh shit, I forgot, this bag with my toothbrush and my deodorant and all this stuff. I forgot my hygiene bag, something like that. Always trust your gut, your intuition. With the Nine of Cups as your overall conclusion, I feel like everything will be fine regardless. So just keep it on that note. Because even though I'm picking up that energy and it might seem whack and seem messed up, when you look at the cards, majority of them are good cards. You got the Three of Cups, the World, the Six of Swords, the Nine of Cups, even the Wish Fulfillment card, right? So everything I feel like is cool. With the Four of Cups, it's just you might be slightly feeling a little setback and a little mad, a little bratty, crossing your arms, pouting, but you're cool at the end of the day. It's going to be taken care of. Whatever it is, however the energy flows, whether your plans fall through, whether your date is late, it's still all good, or whether you have to reschedule, it's still all good. So that's what I'm getting. Pretty much tell you don't trip on it. It's all good. I know it sounds like, oh God, my weekend's been set. No, just work through it. It's all good. Alright, so let's see what the love energies are. Divine Spirit, ask for highest guidance, truth, and clarity for the love energies for this weekend, March the 23rd through the 25th, 2018. What is the matters of the heart, love energy, partnerships, friendship, business, family ships, whatever ships? What is the energy, major energy surrounding it for the collective? Sacred Woman, Chivalry, I knew something about dates was going to come out. The rainbow divine feminine, or the distorted feminine, sorry. Sexual freedom and yin and yang. Okay. So the sacred woman overall comes out. So when it comes to love, you guys are more than likely, I feel like, more self-focused, and it could be, even though it's a woman, it could still pertain to you. Kind of, maybe some of you have to go to a person who's a healer. Some of you might have to get some sort of physical therapy done. It could just be seeing a therapist when it comes to love. It could be going to someone whom you trust with good advice, someone who is of the healing arts or spiritual healing. So there's something surrounding the heart chakra or surrounding the heart that you're working on this weekend, or it could be you are the healer yourself. Maybe you have to help someone, or maybe this is just helping yourself. But I feel like it's very much a lot of, like, I feel a spiritual contact when it comes to love, or spiritual messages coming through, or just spiritual insights coming from wise people. You know, they might not realize what they're saying or what they're exhibiting to you. Somehow you're taking something from it. The challenge with this is chivalry. So you guys should, should be self-focused, but at the same time, there's this energy of focusing on either a mate, a potential mate, a future mate, or your current mate, or love interest, or something like that. Like, you're focused on something being presented to you, almost like a knight in shining armor, or princess in shining armor, whatever you want to call it. That potential person coming in, or that person coming through in the way that you expect them to. Again, it could be that spirit is more so about inward reflecting right now, rather than trying to move something forward right now. Or it might not be about your partner this weekend, even though you might want it to be. Maybe you might not even be in the mood to socialize, mingle, date right now, or focus on your partner completely, I feel, in the way that you might normally focus on them. You might not be able to do that based upon this focus right here with the sacred woman. It could also be that you guys kind of want to skip steps and not focus on inward healing, or what it is that needs to be removed or released, or the fact that maybe you're not really ready for love. There's something that still needs to be healed in the heart, or something addressed within the heart, before you can be receptive to someone coming into your life, or before you and your partner can get on a level to where you guys are progressing in your relationship, to maybe do that little cutesy stuff you guys want to do, go out on dates, or buy flowers. Like, that energy's kind of not blocked, but it's not the time for it right now. Could just be a day or two type of thing. It's this weekend energy. It might persist, but it has something to do with self-focused inward healing. With the Rainbow Reviver as your approach to the situation, again, you got to take a lighthearted approach with things, meaning being detached from attachments, to knowing everything, or having everything having to go in a certain time frame, or when you feel like it should, or it has to be this, or it has to be him, her, it has to be on this date, they have to say this, they have to do that, they have to look like this, they have to show me this. It's removing all of that and kind of just enjoying the moment. Because even within our healing, it's always like, we take the process of healing so seriously, even though it is a serious thing. It's a helpful process, but we always think, usually it's perceived as, a drag, when really it's in your betterment, or you don't even realize you're healing when you're living in a state of just living and seeking what makes you happy, and you're not always worried about the next step, worried about what the outcome is going to be, when, where, how. It's just more so what you feel, what you want to do. Your happiness is priority number one. Feeling great about yourself, and that doesn't mean ignoring the fact that maybe you're going through something, but It's addressing those things as to why I'm going through something, because I want to better myself and I want to heal myself. I want to do good. I want to live my life abundantly. The key is being happy within yourself. People forget that. You know, you can seek love and want it, but if you're not happy with your life as it is, with still knowing in your heart that, you know what, spirit, I do realize I want this in my partnership, or I do want a partner, whatever side you fall on, or I want to follow this dream in the matters of the heart. The key is childlike imagination, creativity, bliss, living your life, being happy and comfortable with you, who you are, as you are. Not in a stubborn, egotistical way, like I don't need to do shit, I'm good, I'm just gonna stay stubborn, stay stuck in my ways, but in a manner of, yeah, I got flaws, I might have a little tummy weight, I might, you know, might have done this in my past, or, you know, I might have made mistakes in love, or I might be almost 30 and still haven't chased that dream, but that doesn't stop me. You know, whatever it is, because your focus is distorted feminine. So there's something that's not being nurtured. So it doesn't necessarily have to be about a woman energy. This could be a lack of nurturing something within yourself, or an aspect of your love life, or an aspect of something in the matters of the heart. Spirit's telling you to focus on that, because it's something that needs to come to the surface that you're not fully wanting to address, or you're afraid to fully come out. Some of you guys are just afraid to put yourself out there. It's like, this man ain't gonna come to your doorstep, or this woman's not just gonna fall into your lap. These people, they're out there. This person's out there. Your partner wants to do things for you, but there's needing to know that you deserve this treatment. You deserve this romantic man or woman. You deserve someone to court you. You deserve someone to, you know, appreciate you, show you their appreciation through many different acts. It doesn't have to be all through material things, buying flowers, taking you out to dinner, all that stuff. That's cool to some people, and it might not be worth shit to anybody, but there's things that you do want in love, and you have to know that you are worthy of that. And there's a fear of totally being receptive in some sense, or feeling unworthy, not seeing yourself in this light as a spiritual being and nurturing that spiritual aspect within yourself. Maybe it takes someone reminding you of that, or it takes a situation reminding you of that. It takes just you being innocent in yourself. You know, I feel like the most, at least for me, I would say, like when you watch romantic movies, they always depict like the light and playful, you know, the carefree woman who's kind of has this childlike essence about her, who's giggly. It sounds stupid, but kind of like, you know, they're just, you can tell they enjoy themselves. They enjoy their own life. They're friendly. They don't necessarily have to be the most outgoing, bubbly person in the world, but there's just this carefree attitude, and you can tell they enjoy themselves, whether they're in a crowd of people or they're just by themselves. They're cool. This card always reminds me of Drew Barrymore, but usually like Drew Barrymore movies, romantic movies, and I always think of Never Been Kissed. So it's like that whole childlike essence that she exudes, and it's still, it's like you might want love at the same time, and you want it and you desire it and you appreciate it. You have goals and dreams, but she was still, I don't know how to explain it, like she was still open, still playful, even though she had a little bit of lack of self-confidence here and there due to being bullied in school, but she was still willing to open up, still get to know people, take a chance. It's kind of the energy I pick up with that card. So I hope I'm making sense. With the sexual freedom card as conclusion, yeah, it's kind of like you're going to have to be comfortable within your essence. If that be sexual freedom, you know, feeling confident with you just as you are. The most sexy people to me, regardless of their weight, regardless of whatever they look like, whether they're bald, women, whether they're, you know, a shorter man, whether it's a heavier set woman, whether it doesn't matter. You know, it might be something wrong with them. Like in society's standards, they're not perfect you know, facial wise and body wise is what we're taught, you know. Like I said before, Grace Jones is one of them. Is like people would say, oh, well, she's bald, that's not pretty. And, you know, people demonize dark skin so much. So, you know, that's there. Instead of saying, you know what, she's beautiful in her essence. We're beautiful because we are who we are. It doesn't matter about our skin tone, dark, light, whatever, long hair, not fat, supposedly fat, whatever. That doesn't take away from your beauty. And it's like that's what makes beautiful people. I'm like that. I think people that are deemed as strange looking are beautiful to me. Like Grace Jones is beautiful to me. When I first saw Amber Rose, she was peculiar looking. She was different. She was beautiful. Um, there's so many others. There's these plus size models who just exude this confidence. They don't have to be in this standard of beauty. Um, just awkward looking. You know, models, they're awkward looking to some people. They're not perfect, like perfect Victoria's Secret models, even though they have those types of models and they have fashion models that do look awkward. But they're beautiful in their own way. And when you exude that confidence within yourself, regardless of what you might deem as a flaw or what people say is a flaw, like I could say, I'm not perfectly happy with everything about myself, but it's something that you put out, your energy, your aura, that's going to attract that person, I feel. And they're attracted to each other in their essence. They're, it's almost like they're connected, like this energy of just connectedness. And it's on a spiritual level with the lotus. It's spiritual. It's definitely spiritual. With the doves even. It's a peaceful, calming energy. And you know, like you might meet someone that's not your type or they have a strange, you know, something that you wouldn't usually go for. At least, you know, I've been attracted to all kinds of people that don't always look the same. Like, there's always something different. But I'm sure anybody can attest to that. Like, you've met someone in your life, at least one person that you've met in your life where they're not your type, what you physically usually go for. Maybe even something about their personality is strange and different, but you're just drawn to each other. You don't know why. I feel like that's the energy too with the yin and yang. You guys could be well on your way to meeting that person, but I feel like the key is coming out of your shell and being comfortable with who you are, being comfortable with your life, not in a way where you're complacent and you're not, you know, trying to evolve, but more so where you're happy. Like, I'm good. I'm happy, even though I might not have what I want in love, my partner and I might not be living together as I might want us to be, or we might not be married yet, or we might not have the kids yet, or I might not have even met the partner yet, or I'm dating and I'm wanting, you know, this to go further. Whatever aspect you fall in, but it's just a matter, like, I'm living, I'm happy, I have family, I have friends who love me, I'm blessed, I'm breathing, I have dreams. Today I'm going to do something for myself, I'm going to have fun, I'm going to embrace things that I know that I need to heal, I'm going to accept my past for what it is and learn from it. It's being at peace with just you and living. And when you're in that state of just bliss, not like your problems just go away, but you're in a place where you're good and you're not tossing and turning, wondering when, where, who, how, what, and it just is. It comes to you, especially when you embrace yourself, because you and that person just hit it off, and you'll know it. And I have to stress this again, like, you guys, it's a mutual thing. It's not that unrequited. I gotta chase your ass to get you to notice me, and if you notice me, you're like, get the hell away from me. Like, it's just time to stop, because it's like spirit stresses it so much in these cards that these are mutual, balanced, harmonious energies. Like, they're facing each other, they're magnetically drawn to each other, they match each other. It's not one person focused over here and one person's focused on them, and that's not the energy. if you're still stuck in that energy, it's because you want to be, and that's on you. I'm not speaking to those who want to be stuck in situations like that where you're chasing after somebody that doesn't want you, and you're blaming it on they're not realizing what we have, or they don't see the connection and all this stupid stuff. That, I mean, it's just an excuse to stay stagnant and stay in something that's not of your highest good when you can have better. You're being selfish not only to yourself, but you're being selfish with others. You can't force someone to be with you. You can't force someone to leave somebody else. You can't put yourself in a predicament where you're keeping someone else, even if you're in a relationship and you know that shit's just not working. You can't force that person to stay with you. If it doesn't work and you know it doesn't work, I've been here before. I've been in relationships where I knew that it wasn't working. I was unhappy. We were both unhappy. It was toxic, but I stayed because I was, one, either afraid of being by myself, which is stupid. Two, afraid that somebody else was going to have him and potentially he was going to treat that woman better, which is stupid. So it's like, he's not good for me, so why am I being selfish and keeping him from potentially someone that he's good with, and keeping myself from someone that I would be good with? And you can't force it. It can even be on the other end. I have men that try to force me to be with them and stay with them, and knowing good and well we just didn't fit, or not being interested, and you blame the other person for not being interested in you or not realizing the connection. But it's just like, dude, girl, like, for real, that if it's like that, then that's a good sign that, okay, someone else is out there. Let it go. So I've been on both ends where I had to fight people off because it just wasn't, and those are codependencies. It really is. It's like sad on some ends. I feel sad for some people that stay in those situations and think that that's all they deserve and all they're going to get. And then there's people where I'm like, you're being selfish, self-centered, where you feel like you can control another person to want you and be with you and be upset with them and blame them because you don't want to move on, and because they're doing their own thing as they're living their lives. 9 times out of 10, people either show you that they want you or they don't want you, or they verbally tell you they want you or they don't want you. Most of the time they're going to tell you that, or you can tell when someone's just playing games with you. You can tell the difference. So, and at this point, anyone who's in those types of energies, you want to be there. You probably don't want to change your ways. You want to be stuck in your self-centered ways. I'm going to just call it like I see it. Others of you who really are looking for unconditional love, it should be nothing to you to let go of what doesn't serve you. That's it. That's just how I feel. That's how I see it. It should be nothing to you. It should be piece of cake, because you know that anything is meant for you will come to you. You don't have to cling on to something. You don't have to force something. You're not blaming everybody else for your choices and decisions. If you fall in love with that person, it is what it is. It's your choice. It's up to you whether you say, okay, I'm good, I'm going to move on, or you're going to stay stagnant in that energy, blame the other person for not being in love with you. Like, how can you blame someone who doesn't want to be with you? Like, that's stupid. Like, I mean, I've been here too. I'm not talking down to people, even though it might sound like that. But I feel like I have to really stress it, because I feel like a lot of people want love. That's what we all want, right? We do want love. But how many people really want unconditional, true love, rather than fixed, controlled, manipulative, my way or the highway, it's either you or nobody else type of energy? What's for you will always be for you. That's real shit. That's real tea. Whatever's for you will be for you. And people are going to hate me for saying that, because those people probably want to stay stuck and stagnant in what's not meant for them. And it hurts and it stings to hear that. I know, I've been there. But it serves you much more to release and just let go of what doesn't serve you. And it frees you. It frees you of any, bullshit in the future. Because, I was miserable in relationships I knew I had no business staying in as long as I did, out of fear. And controlling energy. It's just really stupid. But I was young too. I didn't know much about love at all. I've only been in really 2 relationships, but I could say 1 6-year relationship. That was the longest one I've ever been in. And I stayed waiting for a ring, waiting for this to happen, and knowing that that just wasn't the right situation. Finally, it got on my, I couldn't take it anymore. I said it's just not healthy, regardless of what I wanted, what I thought I wanted. It's being selfish. I'm being selfish. You're being selfish. We need to cut the shit. Just cut it out. Let it be. And until I find that person, I'm single and I'm good. I've been in one other relationship after that. It was kind of short lived, but it was serious. Though it was the only serious one, so I don't just hop into relationships unless I really feel from now on that it's worth investing. I'm not interested in fooling around, dating and all of that until I really feel like it's right. So I'm just not about wasting my time anymore or wasting anybody else's time anymore. If I'm not feeling you, I'll let you know or I'll show you, hey, I'm not feeling you. It is what it is. I'm not going to waste your time. Because that happens too. Sometimes, like, you just deal with people. I know I'm ranting, but I don't know. Hopefully I'm helping somebody. Because people say I do help, and they like hearing my rants, even if it doesn't resonate. I don't know why. But when I'm ranting, it's usually for a good reason. Because, like I said, I'm not a talker. And if it bothers you, then you're not for me. I'm not for you. So get off my channel. It's cool. It's all good. I don't need you to talk shit. That's why I block my comments, by the way, because people are ignorant. And I got Gemini in my chart, so I can clap back real quick in the cleanest, nicest way. But yeah, but I've been on both sides where I feel like I was getting my time wasted, or I was allowing myself to waste my time with someone, because really they're not wasting my time if I'm allowing myself to still be played. So it's kind of like I'm realizing I have to take accountability for myself for dealing with certain things that I put up with, because once somebody shows you something, the second time that they do it again, it's kind of on you. The first time it's like, oh, okay, he's an asshole, okay, cool. The second time, okay, Chenoa, you stayed, so you can't be mad at him. He showed you. But there's times where I wasn't really interested, and this is when I was younger. I just thought I had to have somebody to date because everybody else was dating boys, so I thought I had to just, have somebody at the time, and I would really not be interested in some of them. Be like, oh, he's cute, but he's stupid. Or he's a little too much, he's a little too fast for me, and it just all kind of things, or we just didn't click, and I just wasted people's time. And there's times where I've allowed myself to have people waste my time, but I'm not on that anymore. So I'm not talking to those of you who just want to stay around with Tyrone because he's there, or stay chasing Josh because, you think he's the best thing since sliced bread, and you don't think you can find somebody better, or you're chasing after Ashley even though she's like, boy, bye. Or you want to stay with Melissa and hold her down even though you just don't match. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Anyway, I forgot my point across. Anyway, yeah, so I've been shuffling these too long, so hopefully Divine Spirit knows the intent. So just going to see what predictive energies come out. Doo-doo. All right. Courthouse, journey, lovers, and message of concern. Okay. All right. This is funny. I don't know. I hope someone resonates with this, but this is just what I'm getting. Sounds all crazy, but it is what it is. Usually these cards are like really dramatic, which is why I rarely use them. But I'm getting this message that someone is getting out of jail. Someone's mother may be hitting you up to tell you that, or some older sister, or some older woman is hitting you up to tell you that this person's getting out of jail. This, for some of you guys, this could be an ex-lover. For some of you guys, this could be a family member that you just don't deal with. You don't want nothing to do with this person, or you don't feel like they deserve to get out. but this person's coming home and it's kind of like you're clenching your pearls and maybe, I don't know, clenching your wallet even, like, oh God, like, why is this person coming home? But that's what I'm getting for some of you, or maybe just one person. I'm not really getting anything else out of this but that message. I'm gonna keep shuffling. That's crazy. Like, oh no, Pookie's getting out. It's like, okay. Why does he always come out? This older man always comes out. Something to do with a sick grandparent, or I don't know if this is like a grandparent situation, but one of them's sick and where someone thinks that they're going to get money out of it if this person dies, or health insurance, or there's not enough money left to take care of this sick elderly person. But for some reason, I'm getting that there's going to be money that comes out of nowhere to help this person. And I'm getting kind of, it sounds Cinderella-ish, but someone's grandparent or maybe father who's elderly or just sick. Some man comes through with some financial help. For some of you, this is, you know, you guys may be a woman dealing with this, and this man comes through and helps unexpectedly, or someone you're dating already, or it could even be your husband or something comes through where you didn't think that you guys had this money, but it's kind of saved up or something. It helps with funeral arrangements, or helps with hospital bills, or helps with some sort of treatments or something. That's what I'm hearing. That's sweet. That's sweet of this person to help out. That's what I'm getting with that. Let's see. Is there anything else, Divine Spirit, that wants to come out? Some of these do resonate. I've had people hit me up and say that some of these cards are resonating. I'm like, really? This stuff is like really dramatic sometimes when it comes out. Lovers, family, room, imprisonment, and community. The Lovers card came out twice. You and your family need to get out and do something together. If you guys have kids, or if it's just you and your partner, maybe just like your family as a whole need to really do something. Like, you guys are just like, don't get out enough. Some of you guys may be meeting your partner's family this weekend, or spending time with their family at some sort of like important family gathering or something. Could be traveling with your lover's family, or them traveling with your family. Someone's meeting parents, or someone is spending time with their significant other's family. That's what I'm getting. Some of you guys are a little scared. I don't know. If it's the first time I get that. Others of you are kind of just nervous for some reason, for whatever reason. Is that all, Divine Spirit, that wants to come out? Okay, so definitely the grandparent, or like father or mom, someone has passed away, and maybe there wasn't help with, and I keep getting that, don't worry about it, something's going to be taken care of or paid for by a partner, your lover. Some of you, this is your husband that's going to help with this funeral arrangement. So that came out twice. So really don't worry about it. Don't worry about grandpa, dad, great-grandpa, uncle, whoever this older man is. Someone's going to come through, and it's more than likely a significant other. If it's not yours, and it's someone in your family who's married, their partner helps, or if their, husband or wife helps, or boyfriend, girlfriend help. Okay. I'm going to pick, I did pick a card with my angel card. So if you guys have anything that you might want to know from your angels or your guides or your ancestors, you guys might have different things that you're concerned about. I'm going to pull 4 cards this time, actually. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you guys have different concerns or one concern, it's really up to you. So I'm going to ask Divine Spirit and everyone's angels and guides and ancestors who lovingly allow me to do this reading and who lovingly guide you guys on, make sure that you're on the right track and right path. It's of your highest good and that of others as well. So I call upon those guys and angels and ancestors. Divine Spirit asks for highest guidance, truth, and clarity, and accuracy comes through these cards for each and every person who admits to receive a message with this deck, that the message that's meant for those people to hear comes through clearly, accurately, and be received with insight, love, and healing. Thank you. Okay. Okay, that was like 2 cards that came out, but I guess. Okay. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'll give you guys a moment to meditate on the cards that resonate with you. Or card. Could be just one. Doesn't have to be 2 cards. It could just be 1 card. Okay. Group 1. Let's see what your guys and angels, Divine Spirit has to say. It says 33, Angel of Enlightenment. These cards are so beautiful and bomb, by the way. Angel of Meditation. So whatever it is that you guys might have on your mind and on your heart, Spirit's telling you to please go within yourself. You're going to seek truth. You're going to find enlightenment within going within. Okay, you're going to get the answers, not outwardly, but inwardly. Whatever message you get inwardly, it's going to reflect on the outside, not the other way around. You're not going to get the answers outside and then inwardly it's going to make sense. No, it's okay. That's the Spirit's telling you. Beautiful cards. I love these cards. Number 33 is a master number, by the way. So that might mean something to you guys. You guys can look these numbers up when you're done. So 33 and 35. You got 3 3s. Double master number. Number 5 is about divine change, too. So those of you who've chosen card 2, you guys have 29, Angel of Relationships. And this seems to be you stressing over a relationship or stressing, you and your partner may be going through something right now, or you're just going through something with the love interest, or just stressed out when it comes to your loved ones also. It doesn't have to just be romantic, but it could be love people that you love and care about, maybe stressing you out, or you're trying to help those in need. You can be on the opposite end where you feel like your partner is stressed out, that you're stressing them out, or you're trying to make peace with where things are in your love life or just your relationships with others in general. Spirit's here to help you with that. With clairaudience, I feel like they want you to stay open-minded and hear the messages that they are trying to bring to you. So clairaudience is more about divine ideas coming to you. Number 29, which is 11. So there's some sort of enlightenment that potentially you're trying to seek, or Spirit's going to send you. And it's just going to come randomly in your mind. It's just something's going to spark, or some sort of idea or resolution. Number 12. So essentially pretty much number 3. Number 12. You guys can look those up. 29 and 12. Okay, card 3. You guys have the angel of animal room. It's beautiful. Pay attention to animal totems, you guys, this weekend. I feel this is what your guides are telling you. It could be sea life, or it could be that maybe one of your angel totems are a sea animal. Maybe carrying it with you to help you with the situation, or if you guys see something that stands out to you like an animal, it doesn't have to be a sea creature, but it could be any animal. I feel like that's something healing within itself about the message, or animals will be very healing. For some of you, if you guys are by the ocean, you guys might see sea creatures often, or maybe you'll see something that's totally, you know, miraculous, like you just randomly see a dolphin or something crazy, or something you don't usually see. Or you guys go to the aquarium or something, and all of a sudden you're getting some sort of clarity, or some sort of healing comes from this. Could even be working with the angel realm during meditation. Some people like those meditation songs with the dolphins in the background chirping, birds chirping, or wolves howling and stuff. Sometimes that is healing, or just there, it's just really relaxing. So that could be what Spirit's guiding you to do. That is number 36. Angel of Clairvoyance, number 39. So yeah, definitely intuitive insights that are going to come through with the things that I just mentioned, or either one of those things. Number 4. Your card is Angel of Career. Number 18. So some of you guys need to follow your heart when it comes to your career paths, or a decision about your career, because you have clairsentience. Clairsentience is all about the psychic sensation of feeling something. So it could be like goosebumps, chills on your back, on your neck, on your arms, on your body, in your scalp tingling, or, you know, gut reactions or heart reactions. Pay attention to those things, because I feel like essentially you're being divinely guided when it comes to your career based upon how you feel. So number 18 and number 11. All right, you guys. That is your weekend tarot insight reading. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys are interested in personal readings, quick mini readings with me, emergency readings, Aries, sun signs out there, if you are one or you know one, there's a birthday special running for you guys now until April the 20th, 2018. That's also in the description. I will see you guys for happy hour. I'll do a poll on it. I'll do a post on it and let you guys know what the details are, what time I'll be on, and all of that good stuff. So I'll see you guys then. Happy Mercury retrograde. Take care of that, okay? Take care of whatever you need to take care of. Much love. Peace.